This morning I'm out just north of Kirriemuir village on the Mamus road, trying to catch the sun coming up, which I am catching. There's a lot of cloud inversion as well. You can see the fog lying in the valleys across there. I'm out really trying to just catch the colour in the sky more than the sunrise itself. The sunrise has come up and it's creating some beautiful blues and purples in the sky that you'll see on the back of the camera here. I'm not really so much trying to catch a bright sun. I've got a graduated filter on, trying to get these new magnetic filters that I got for my Christmas for my wife. They basically just push on. There's a wee ring that you put on first and then the magnetic filter fits on. This one's graduated that you can see, and it just clips in place. The reason I'm trying to do that is to lower the sky a wee bit, just it's a wee bit bright, lower the sky down a bit and try to get some of the foreground in, which is basically just trees and some bushes, bits and pieces, a bit of a fence. Try and get a wee bit foreground in rather than just huge colour in the sky. So we'll see how we get on with it, and hopefully get some good photos which I'll post up to let you see. It's a real hard frost this morning. White, everything's white. That's the sun. I think the clouds are starting to get the better of the sun as it just peaks above the horizon. Being on the east coast of Scotland here, the sun obviously rises in the east at this time of year. If we're down at the sea, you get some beautiful sunrises down like some Montrose or Broth, these places. A lot of mist lying about in the valleys today. We've got some pictures of that as it starts to lift out of the valley. I'm keeping the edges of these trees. in the pictures just to try and give them some kind of, just to try and give it a wee bit sort of interest. Again, I'm going to try and show you on the camera, on the back of the camera, although I never seem to be very successful with doing that using the GoPro. I don't know if you can see just across to the left. Across to the left here, I'm trying to keep the trees just to give a wee bit more interest. There's bonny purples in the sky you can see this morning, purples and blues and the orange and red. Maybe the sun's starting to light up some of that cloud and mist. Some of the mist in the valley, the sun's starting to light it up a wee bit. I think maybe change over to a 70 to 200mm lens and see if we can pick up some of that brightness as it comes in. Anyway, as usual, any half decent pictures, and here's a few to let you see. I can see through the back of the camera we're certainly starting to pick up some of the light glowing in the mist. I've got the drones with me as well, so I may put one of them up and just try it. The pigeons coming alive. I saw a couple of roe deer running in the field there a wee while ago. Must have scared them a bit out feeding overnight and away back into the woods. It's beautiful up here. Beautiful old gnarly trees, maybe catch that with the sun on it as it comes up a bit. And the white frost is certainly giving everything a wee covering. Probably not see it with the camera, but it's actually sparkling on the leaves. So I think we'll shove on the 70-200mm lens and try and pick up some of this fog being lit up and the sun coming up behind it, backlighting it. Sure we'll get something. That's the 70-200mm lens on now. I've set this histogram and what have you on it. I'll take it off. I've not got any filters on now. Sky in the foreground are actually sort of balancing each other out as far as daylight goes. And that big old tree behind us is not getting lit up at all. You can see the early monument through the trees there, so that might make a wee picture. Must be one of the most photographed monuments in the hill of Scotland. Anyway, we'll persevere it and see how we get on. No, I think the pictures we were getting before were a wee bit better than these ones, but we'll have a go and see if we can come up with something. That's the sun decided to come right through a wee hole in the clouds there. So I think we'll try on the graduated filter again. I've been concentrating on the tops of the trees. You can just see them. Yeah, you'll not see it on this, but you can actually just see them. The shapes of the tops of the pine trees. So I've got my lens focused right in at the 200mm. My hands are that cold, I can't feel anything to put this thing on. That's it. Ribbon's starting to get lit up a wee bit now. So, graduated filter. And we'll see if that makes a difference to the... it certainly makes a difference to it. Whether it's good or bad, I'm not sure. Sky's changing so quick now. It really is unbelievable. You have to catch every shot while you can at this time of the day. Much the same as sunsets, but with sunrise you're getting the daylight coming in, and then you can see I can see the mist just rising. It's amazing how the trees, it comes up and the tops of the trees stick out the mist. Makes for some really bonny pictures when you get it like that. I think we've really seen the best of the sunrise pictures. So, have we got something else? Cock pheasant's going alive as well now. I'll turn the camera around and take a wee picture of the early monument and see if we get something worth posting up. Well, I think that's most of the sunrise pictures gone, but that big tree that I spoke to you about earlier, that has come out, sort of got a wee bit brightness on it now. So what I've done is I've put the camera in, well, I've put back the 24 to 105 lens on to give me a wee bit more wider angle, and I put the camera in portrait stance. I'm catching these other trees in the picture as well, which I'm not really wanting to do, so we'll move it around here a wee bit and see if we can just pick out this one tree, which I think is the main thing anyway. Yeah. I think we're still maybe going to get a lot of these other trees in it as well. If we go too far round, the problem is that we're not going to have the tree lit up, so it's just going to be the contrast between the light sky and the dark tree. It'll just be a black tree. Anyway, I'll see if we can get something out of it. I'm watching the road here. That'll be them finished for the night. There's 3. I don't know if you can see them there, but try to get some road here in the picture. Going back into that wee clump of woods across there. Well, chance to get some feeling back in my hands again. Absolutely freezing. Still -1 in the car. I'm heading down towards Mamus now. Drover's Inn, and I'm watching this mist coming up out the valleys here. The sun's gone completely now behind the cloud. I think the forecast is for actual rain later on in the day, maybe dinner time. Hard white frost on the roads, making it a wee bit tricky here and there. I'm watching all this mist lifting up out the valleys, so I might try and get some pictures of these trees in the mist. Something a bit interesting. Who knows? I've nothing planned, it's just a case of use your instincts and open your eyes and see what you see. Same old story when you go looking for the misty bits. When you get to where the misty bits were, they're not there anymore. So, exactly what's happened just now. So we'll make our way back towards Kirrie. Might put the drone up a wee bit, have a wee look, see if there's anything interesting to see. Often a different perspective gives you a different photograph or a different wee bit of video. The snow over the last few days has certainly had a big shift off the hills. You can now see the variation in the land on the hills. You can see the black showing through, which makes it more interesting, I must admit. Last time I came out this way I was surprised. I'm on the road between the Tannadice Road and the road up to the Glens. Last time I was on this road I was totally surprised and horrified about the devastation that had been caused by Storm Arwen. All the trees that had come down, couldn't believe it. It's quite a thick woods, this one. And now they seem to be Well, that's him clearing it all. Wee red squirrel running across the road there in front of the car. Don't know if we can catch it. Obviously losing a wee bit of its habitat. I suppose nature, global warming, whatever you want to call it, certainly changed the face of things for a while. Well, that's me back home again. Sky's just gone that grey colour that you often get after or during a white frost. Hopefully I've managed to get some pictures this morning. More chasing the sun than anything. Tried out the new filters anyway. And I hope you enjoy watching it as much as I did making it. I'll get in now and see if there's a cup of coffee on the go, get warmed up. A press on that subscribe and the like button would be much appreciated. And until the next time, take care.